Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we are going to cut clutch number 4. This was the Yellowbelly Bright female to the Leopard Ivory male. Now, my other ivory clutch, which hatched a couple weeks ago, we had some surprise genes in it, and I'm not finished figuring out what surprise genes there were, because the parents were supposed to be leopard or ivory enchi and leopard ivory, but I'm like 99% sure there's at least pastels in one of the parents, and I'm thinking maybe both parents had enchi. The female I don't have anymore, but it doesn't really matter because you can't see any of the pattern on the female. I don't have the male anymore, but this is his second clutch. So, if enchi shows up in any of these offspring, if pastel shows up in any of these offspring, or any other crazy gene that I'm not aware of, that'll go a long way to help me figure out what's going on in the other clutch. Now, there's only 4 eggs in this clutch too, so it's going to be a small sample size, but I'm hopeful that maybe some of these can look similar to what was going on in the other one. And if I don't get any ivories in this clutch, then hopefully the dad proves out to have something a little more than leopard. If I can find enchi in this clutch, fantastic. That'll help me ID those other snakes better. So let's get to cutting these guys, seeing what we have pattern-wise. Hopefully I can see them in the egg. If not, they should be out in the next day or two, and I'll be able to get photos of everything put up probably on Instagram. So let's take a look. Alright, now as always, you need something to cut the eggs with. I have these little scissors that I bought, surgical scissors I bought off Amazon. And you're going to want some paper towels available too, because these guys are definitely messy when you start cutting them open. I'm going to cut these today. I usually wait until 2 babies pip, even though in this clutch there's only 1 right now that has pipped. Because I'm not going to have time to cut them later today or tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I at least get them cut, so that if any of these other hatchlings are stuck in there, that they're able to get out of the eggs. That can happen, so it's something that you don't want to try to kind of prevent if you can. So we'll make the little incision there. Try to keep this in frame for you. So this was this female's first time laying. Hopefully, she has a nice, healthy clutch. Just laid 4 eggs. And again, so the genes that we're looking at in this pairing they're all going to be Yellowbelly, because the dad was ivory. The dad was leopard for sure. Dad is possibly pastel. I'm not sure if that came in the other clutch from the mom or the dad. Definitely fire in this clutch. So bright is sort of like another fire gene, another line of fire. So if you can see this guy here, let's see, that definitely has fire. Super bright head stamp, a lot of blushing coming up the sides, and I'm going to say that's probably leopard. Maybe that's a leopard Yellowbelly fire. Beautiful looking snake, awesome head stamp, a lot of blushing, very bright. So that was ivory, so all these babies are Yellowbelly. So I'm going to say maybe that's Yellowbelly leopard and fire. Beautiful snake, really cool looking. Let me get a paper towel ready here so I can get some of this goop off my fingers. These things are so messy. So messy. I like how this guy, he's like just coming up for air. Let's get number 2. I was kind of hoping that he'd pop his face back in there so I can cut the egg. I was kind of weary about cutting the eggs when they're sitting right by the hole. I guess you could always just kind of cut on the other end of the egg. Kind of curious if I'll hit any ivories out of this. Clutch. Not in this one. No ivories here. And I know the snake that I already pipped is not an ivory either, so I can definitely... This guy... This might just be a Yellowbelly. It's hard to tell from the way he's sitting, but I'm thinking this might just be a plain single gene Yellowbelly. Can't really see the head. Pretty snake, definitely. It's honestly probably going to be one of the few single gene snakes I'm going to have if it turns out to be single gene this year, because most of what I'm breeding is like supers to supers, and I always try to breed supers so that I'm not getting normals or single gene snakes. So if that turns out just to be a single gene Yellowbelly, that might be one of my only ones for the year. Alright, let's see this one. This egg has a little bit of discoloration on it. I'm hoping that means it's not bad. There's definitely a well-formed snake in there. This looks like it might just be a leopard. Leopard Yellowbelly. So didn't hit any ivories in this clutch. This looks like... What's the leopard Yellowbelly? It's a beautiful snake too, but it's definitely, I don't know if it'll pick it up on camera. If I get these two next to each other, you can see the difference in how bright this one is and just how rich and dark the yellows and the blacks are in this one. This obviously has a lightning gene, whether it's fire. And I'm thinking maybe the dad was pastel, the ivory leopard is also a pastel. So, I mean, the dad might have a lightning gene too, but this one is just a really cool looking, I'm thinking Yellowbelly leopard right here, really dark snake. And this one has the extra lightning gene in there, which I'm going to assume is going to be the bright. I keep saying fire because I think, you know, it's a fire gene, but it's technically bright. So, you know, if somebody, when somebody purchases one of these babies, they're going to know which line of fire they're getting. This one looks a little lighter than the other ones, so you can see this tiny little nose sticking out of there. If I can get him back in there. Just gonna rip it a little bit. These eggs obviously soften up a little bit once they're getting towards their due date, so the snakes can come out. But it's funny. I just saw a post from Ozzy on Instagram, and he said that he, you know, cuts his too after they start pipping, just in case, because he's had hatchlings that didn't have an egg tooth, and they weren't able to get out of their eggs. So it's always probably a good idea to cut after a couple come out. This one, kind of a bad job there. So this one is probably Yellowbelly leopard as well, but this one is, comparing these two, look how cool he is. He finally got his head out of there. Like, hello world. It's like his first breath. That's pretty neat. This one has more blushing on it, and it's a lot lighter. So what that makes me think is maybe this one here is a Yellowbelly and fire gene, or bright gene I should say, maybe this one has fire and pastel, or otherwise known as firefly. So that could be a firefly Yellowbelly leopard. It's going to be hard to say until they all come out, until I look at them and compare them. But I'm thinking the dad obviously had to have pastel in him, because I can almost pretty much guarantee that two of the ivories from the other clutch were pastel. And this very much looks like a firefly. Because it's a super bright pattern on it. So we'll see what comes out of it. I'm thinking again, this looks like, I would say, leopard Yellowbelly. I'm thinking this is just Yellowbelly. I'm thinking this is Yellowbelly Fire. And this maybe is a Firefly, but with the bright gene instead of fire. Firefly, leopard, Yellowbelly. But they're all Yellowbelly. These two I'm thinking are leopard. This one I'm thinking is fire, but I'll have to get them all out once they hatch and kind of look at it. They're beautiful snakes, very interesting clutch. Did not hit any ivories, which kind of stinks, but that's okay. It's kind of neat just to have a clutch where you don't have any white snakes, because I have a couple where the snakes are all white. So to have a ton of pattern, especially this guy here. This one's really cool looking. I'm really excited to see it come out of its egg and see what it actually looks like. It's probably one of the bigger snakes too. So really excited about this clutch. It's really cool looking. Doesn't necessarily help me with the dad's genes, other than lets me know that the dad is probably almost 100% pastel as well. But these are all really good sized babies, so hopefully they'll come out of here okay, hatch properly, probably the next day or so, and I'll have a really cool photo of them. I'll take a picture right now while I got it on camera, and then I will get that real quick. It's funny, I have a Android phone, and it just told me to use food mode while taking this picture, which is kind of strange. But yeah, all these guys look healthy, look good, look big, and look really cool, especially this guy here with the blushing. So once they get out of the eggs in a day or so, I'll have another updated photo on Instagram, and we'll get them in their hatchling tubs to go through their first shed. So that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by, and please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. See you later.